Welcome to another episode of Acts of Orange with Penny Appeal. I'm Dina and today I have Isabella.
Hello.
Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about World Hijab Day. So Isabella, can you please take us through what you went through with
the day that I wore
days?
it? Yeah, so the day that I wore it was, I'm actually pretty recent wearing it. So I put it on about a month and like 10 days ago on the 8th of December. Thank you. So it was the 8th of December and I remember I didn't know what I was going to do on that day. So I was like conflicted as to how I was going to spend it, if I was going to do anything with my family or with friends. And then I remember Maisha, which is our volunteer coordinator, she messaged on the chat and she said that there was a volunteering opportunity here and it was to pack dignity bags and like food packages and that sort of thing for Afghan refugees that had arrived in New South Wales. Mm-hmm. And it was on the day that I was wearing it and I thought that would be a pretty cool day to spend.
Excellent. And very rewarding.
Yeah, very, yeah.
Okay,
So,
what does wearing hijab mean to you?
That's a pretty good question. I could probably spend a whole 12 hours talking about what it means.
Go for it.
But I think initially, like when I had first started thinking about wearing it, which was probably like 3 to 4 years ago, I didn't really understand its depth at first, and then I think over time I started actually getting a grasp of what it meant or what it would mean for me. I think the first thing that comes to mind is that it's, you know, you're a representation of your faith. You know, when you see like a woman wearing a hijab, immediately you're like, yep, she's a Muslim woman, she follows Islam. But I feel like for me it's a lot further than that. Like I like to dissect it even more to say, okay, well, what does it mean to be a follower of Islam? What does it mean to be somebody who, you know, follows a faith and has faith in God? And if I were to sit there and talk about that, I'd be speaking about it for hours.
That's
yeah.
right, yes.
But it's very, for me, it's something really deep, and for a long time, I struggled on whether, like, you know, I was making the right decision in wanting to wear it, or if I should be wearing it.
It's an identity.
Yeah, it was. That's actually how I looked at it, because I knew that I wanted to wear it, and I knew that I needed to wear it when I started picturing my life without it. Like when I started telling myself, what would your life be without it? And then when I started thinking of that, I got really upset for a very long period of time, because I felt as though if I didn't wear it and I didn't go forward with putting it on eventually, then I would almost be being inauthentic to who I am and what I stood for and what I believed in. And it's more than just believing in Islam and, you know, doing the basics. It's a lot deeper than that. It's about my relationship with God. And I feel like sometimes people, they don't understand that based on just looking at a woman wearing the hijab. But it is really that deep.
It is your relationship with God, with Allah. And at the same token, not the same token, but on another level as well, you as a woman, it makes you feel empowered, it makes you feel strong, it makes you feel that you have an identity. It's your decision, no one else's, and no one can choose that for you, and it's something that comes from the heart. It's something that really moves a female, I should say, because I mean no males would know what it's like to wear the hijab.
Yeah, but when I realized that I did want to start wearing the hijab, I started, you know, I almost like I had to prepare myself and tell myself, well, when you do put it on, obviously there are some things that have to change, and I was fine with that. And when I did put it on, like personally, I feel as though like it came pretty easy for me, because I knew that it was actually something that I wanted to do.
You wanted to do. It's not like you're saying, like, even though like obviously Islam is that we should be representing ourselves in such a way, but you knew that's how you wanted to do it. You're not being forced to do it or anything like that. And alhamdulillah, like we make that decision. We are women who are intelligent enough to take that decision on our own. Like I know when I decided to wear the hijab, my husband had no idea. I did wear it later on in life, but in saying that, I was 23 years old. My husband came out and just realised, oh, what are you doing? And I said, I've decided to wear this from now on. And alhamdulillah, it was the first night, and the next day was going to be the first day of Ramadan. So I've decided to do it then. I held off predominantly for materialistic reasons, which was silly. And it took me a whole year before I decided no, and I got to my senses.
And you realised that there was more.
There was more to just then your designer label clothing and to this and that, and how much you paid for each outfit. And I thought, you know what? I put things into perspective. I thought, if I donate all these clothes that I paid X amount of dollars for, I'm going to be rewarded for wearing the hijab. So I just threw that aside and I just got
and
myself ready and I put it on and I haven't looked back.
Yeah.
My mum was a little bit confused because she saw me the day before
and you
I wasn't wearing it.
And then the day after you were wearing it.
And then she said, and I said, I decided I'm going to wear it, that's it. And she goes, oh, okay, mabruk. So how did your family react?
Well, my mum doesn't wear it, and like there are like in my family we've got some women that do, some that don't, and they're all pretty like open to whether, you know, if you do decide to wear it, that's great, if you don't, that's fine as well. But I think because I was telling my mum, like she knew for a while that I wanted to put it on. She was very proud of me and she was very happy. My dad too, he was a little bit confused at first, but he ended up like, you know, coming around and, you know, being pretty proud of me as well. And yeah, I remember the first day that I put it on after I finished from here at Penny Appeal, I had a barbecue, family gathering at my cousin's house, and all of my family was there, like not just immediate family, like extended family. Like distant cousins too, like a lot of people were there. And I don't know if any of them knew that I was going to put it on, if they had an idea, but I remember I walked in and everyone was sitting in a circle and they were like, what? And they were like, you know, they were all saying, you know, mabruk, and it was pretty emotional for me. I did cry.
But it was a great, great sort of moment.
It was like, I felt, because it was just such a build up for so long of me telling myself that I was going to wear it, and then when I saw like all my family and the surprise on their faces, and my grandma, she was so proud of me. And I saw like tears in people's eyes. It was kind of like, it was really surreal. Like I was like, this is real now, and it made me realize how far I had come.
No, that's excellent. I mean, obviously you have to take that step. Look, it's not an easy step to come by, and
I agree,
at the same token, once you do it, there's honestly no turning back in terms of, don't think twice about it, because you're doing it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you're doing it for yourself. And like I said, once you do put it on, it's only second nature that you feel, you can't walk out of the house without your hijab, you feel naked without it. Like I know I walk out of the house and I don't think twice, and I already know that I have my headscarf before I know what outfit I'm going to wear.
I agree. That's always what I'm doing now. I'm always like planning out my outfit to my headscarf. It's always my headscarf first and then my outfit.
Did you have any negativity, or how did you overcome any of the negative hurdles, if you had any?
I think, well, I was saying before that I was planning on wearing it for a while, like 3-4 years I was contemplating wearing it. And there were phases where I would just like go through probably like a couple months telling myself that I wasn't going to end up wearing it, or I'll just wear it when I'm like a lot older. And it was very hard for me to overcome that. I remember I struggled a lot, like my headspace regarding the hijab, because I felt like it was kind of just like an inner conflict with myself.
You do. You look at yourself.
And I'm just like,
I look so pretty today, or my hair's really, really nice today, the way it's styled or whatever.
And then I was like, then I'm going to have to give everything up. But I knew, like I was saying before, I've never been somebody who wanted to live inauthentically. Like I believe that everybody deep down has a set of values and, you know, things, a way that they should live their life deep down. And I think it's really important that if you know what your values are, you should live out your life in accordance to those. It's not, I never wanted to live like a double life and have these like values and this connection to God deep down and then not be able to incorporate it in my everyday life.
So you didn't want that double standard.
I didn't, and I just felt like I knew that I was able to overcome like the negative, I wouldn't necessarily say they were negative perceptions, they were probably just more so doubts that I had towards the hijab when I started realizing, again, like what I said before, that like I just started envisioning my life without it, and then that became very hard on me, like realizing that, okay, if I don't wear it, I'm going to be lying to myself about what it is that I actually want and what I stand for, like as a follower of God.
Thank you for watching our Acts of Orange podcast, and happy World Hijab Day. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and check out our projects in our website.